Let's use this figure to determine the value of tangent of theta over 2. If you look at this right triangle, here's the angle theta, and we're being asked about the angle of theta over 2. So I'm going to state the half angle formulas for tangent, and there are 3 of them. Tangent of an angle over 2, okay, this can be equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus cosine of theta all over 1 plus cosine of theta. It's also equal to 1 minus cosine of theta over sine theta, or sine of theta divided by 1 plus cosine theta. So technically, you could use any one of these 3 to figure out this value here. And I think it's worth probably using the simplest one. I think that looks like this one right here. So I'm thinking, why don't we go ahead and use this? The reason for this is you don't have a square root or a plus or a minus, and there's only one term in the denominator as opposed to 2. Okay, now the thing to note over here is that the only angle you have to worry about is what is theta. This means you can determine sine and cosine directly from this triangle since the angle theta is right here. So, what is sine of the angle theta? Well, it is the opposite over the hypotenuse, that is 24 over 25. And what is cosine of theta? Okay, that is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is going to be 7 over 25. This is all the information that we need to figure out tangent of theta over 2. I'm going to take this information here, plug it in here. This is what we get. Tangent of theta over 2 is equal to 1 minus 7/25, all divided by 24/25. And the rest is really just simplifying this down to one single either integer or fraction. There's a couple of ways to do this. You could multiply the top and bottom by 25. That would cancel every single denominator. Or you could just subtract the 2 fractions in the top and divide this top fraction by this bottom fraction. I think I'll go with that second route, where what I'm going to do is, in the numerator, I'm going to change 1 to 25 over 25. And then I'm going to just leave the denominator alone. I'll continue over here. In the numerator, 25 over 25 minus 7 over 25, that's one fraction. That is 18 over 25. This is divided by 24 over 25. So this is the same thing as saying 18 over 25 divided by 24 over 25. But we can flip the second fraction if we change it to multiplication. Here, I can cancel the 25s, and I'm left with 18 over 24. And there is definitely common factors between 18 and 24. We can factor out, okay, a 6 from both the top and the bottom, and that leaves me with a 3 and a 4. So the value for tangent of theta over 2 is 3 over 4.